Welcome back to the show. Match week 21 of the Jamaica Premier League concluded yesterday with a doubleheader at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. In the first game, the leaders Waterhouse tackled Vere United. We have the highlights.
So highlights here from this clash between Waterhouse and Vere United. Javier Brown from Vere with the first chance for his team. Couldn't direct his flick goalwards. Harrison with this volley that was blocked by Moulton. Harrison through to Cohen, and his shot was weak in the end. They didn't catch it cleanly. And then this is a Waterhouse goal. Interchange of passes. Messam lays it on for Bradford. One touch with the right and a swing of the boot with the left. Beating goalkeeper Shaquan Davis. 36th minute. That's Waterhouse up 1-0. It's like sinking a pot, Bradford says. Here's Campbell. The back post, kick and a miss by Tavis Grant, and Rohan Beadle decided to try his luck at the near post. Plummer, burst of speed takes him by Campbell, and his shot cross found its way to Dunstan Cohen, who couldn't steer it on target. Vince's free kick pushed onto the upright, but then handball by young Messam, and no goal. Clear handball, correct by the officials, who had a good game. Then Lamar Neal gets the pass from Cohen, and a ferocious left-footed attempt at the near post. Kimara Foster was only too happy to help over his crossbar. Plummer off target, but gathered nonetheless. And then look at Messam, turning and firing straight at the goalkeeper. Pushes it over the crossbar. Benbow was hunting a goal, and fair attempt here, but harmless in the end.
Yeah, Waterhouse heating up at the right time with that 1-0 win over Vere. Shaquille Bradford with the goal, and you really do have a lot of time for that youngster. Brilliant player in the last game, or in the late game. Playoff hunting Harbour View, battled cellar dwellers Montego Bay United.
Full-time highlights. Mackenzie early with this run, and his cross blocked by Brackenridge with Grant waiting. Trayvon Reed going on a run, finds Philon Lawrence. Lawrence is shot off the upright, and Trayvon Reed with the penalty. He finds the back of the net. 13th minute. Long ball over the top. Gio Reed makes a mess of his clearance, and Trayvon Reed couldn't find the back of the net. Joshua Anglin's corner, headed over, down and over by Trayvon Reed. And then this was a good team goal by Harbour View. Nice patient passing. Change of pace by Trayvon Reed. Crosses, blocked by Burton, but Philon Lawrence following through. And on the second attempt, he steered it through a crowd of legs. And that was how he got his first goal. Harbour View's second. That was 2-0. Bennett with this cross to Lawrence. Has time, cuts in on the right foot, and curls it beyond Burton for 3-0. 47th minute. Philon Lawrence, his second Premier League goal. You remember the first one, but you'll definitely be able to tell people about number 2. It was nice. Nicholas Hamilton on as a second half substitute. Look at this cross. Shepherd misses it. Shepherd redeemed himself there, but powerless to stop Colorado Murray from steering home the rebound. And that was our Harbour View. But goal number 4. Yeah, Chris Mason.
All right, so let's take a look at the full results of the round now. So as we mentioned before, Humberline a 3-1 win over Dunbeholden. Mount Pleasant going down by 3-1 to Cavalier. Port United with a 1-0 win over Lions United. Arnett Gardens defeating Tivoli Gardens by 3-1. Waterhouse edging Vere, of course, 1-0. And Harbour View with a 4-0 victory over Montego Bay United. And so this is the table as it stands. Waterhouse, they are out in front on 46 points, 4 ahead of Dunbeholden. Arnett Gardens, Mount Pleasant, Cavalier and Harbour View, they complete the top 6. Tivoli Gardens and Humberline, they also have an outside chance to displace Harbour View, but I think we can say that Harbour View, they're in pole position for that 6th and final playoff spot. George Waterhouse finding form at the right time with victory. Of course, they are playing catch-up as far as the fixture list was concerned, because they were taking part in the CONCACAF Club Championship, but pick it up right where they left off, and they're extending that lead now over one Dunbeholden, who I think the team is just losing a little bit of steam there, probably a little bit of inexperience showing.
Well, no, it's problems in the camp. We understand, exacerbated by the loss of the payroll. The manager was relieved of the payroll a few days ago.
Oh my goodness.
That was ahead of the Humberland game, so nobody would have expected a capital.
Can I pick your brain though?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that? Like the manager, going for the cash, and walking around so much money in public.
It happens. Some of us are based on what we are ensconced in, believe that everything happens by wire transfer, by electronic transaction and so forth. But a large part of the economy is still cash-based, and many people still pay their staff, especially a situation like a club. It's not that a club is a business that is turning over monthly. It is only during the course of the season, when there's a pool of funds that are captive, that they use and pay the players. When the season is over, the players have to fend for themselves. So an arrangement like that, it wouldn't be as structured and stratified as you have at SportsMax, where SportsMax is a going concern year in, year out, day in, day out, and there have to be rigid lists of electronic accounts and so forth. So from that perspective, I can understand the dependence on cash, and the fact that the manager had the cash and was relieved of it.
Fine. Even if you have to go through that route, why don't you put things in place that you can avoid being robbed? Where's the extra security? I don't understand it at all.
Donald!
No, hold on a second.
Donald.
No, I'm not saying... No, you just have to be aware of your surroundings.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying,
Yeah.
I mean, was he alone? Was he the one that went to the bank and just, walked out with the suitcase or whatever it was, and then he was pounced upon?
I say this to you. Last night at Arnett Gardens, when the end of the second game between Harbour View and Mobay United, when gunshots echoed, and I'm not talking about play gunshots.
No.
I was talking about a barrage, two volleys of shots. That happened in an area where there were scores of security personnel, armed security personnel. Point I'm making is that criminality broke out in that space. So I'm saying, to ask why the Dunbeholden manager doesn't have security is, a bit rich. Yeah?
Really?
Yeah, pun intended. I want to make a point. I'm going to come back to the fact of what happened at the JPL game last night. But I want to say something about Waterhouse. I got a schedule from one of their executives. It's a team that has done tremendously well this season. They've played more football than everybody else in the Premier League, including Cavalier, who's the second to them because of their overseas trips to the Dominican Republic to play in CONCACAF Club Championship competition. May 9, they played Humberline. They traveled to the Domrep May 13 Waterhouse. May 14 they trained, May 15 they played a match. May 16 they trained, May 17 they had a match. May 18 they trained, May 19 they had a match. They trained on May 20 and 21, had a match on the 22nd, trained on the 23rd, trained on the 24th, had a match on the 25th, traveled back to Jamaica on the 26th, had a match in Jamaica on the 30th, had a match in Jamaica on June 2, and had a match in Jamaica on June 6. No, Donald. If this were Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool with the huge squads, Klopp and Guardiola and Tuchel would be lamenting how their players were being burnt out by the level of competition and the travelling. This is what the Waterhouse boys have had to endure in the past 3 weeks. It is a maddening schedule, and they, more than any other team, will appreciate the fact that they can go through to the semifinals, put their feet up, and wait on the playoffs to finish to determine the other two semifinals. Because that break, usually teams don't like that break because it checks their momentum. Yeah, it comes at the wrong time for them. They want to be playing.
Right.
Waterhouse will love every minute of that break this season to recharge those batteries and get them back in tip-top physical shape for the semifinals.
And they have a game on Thursday.
And they have a game on and one on Sunday.
Right.
Against Arnett Gardens.
They play against Harbour View at 7:30.
Yes.
Before that, Dunbeholden against Cavalier at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
In rescheduled matches. So they play on Thursday, then again on Sunday. And they're going to be playing at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex.
Well, let me say this to you. Last night it is symptomatic of what's happening in the country with insecurity. I'm from a part of Jamaica where it's not unusual to hear volleys of gunshots.
Right.
But I was frozen last night. I didn't know what to do. There were people diving for cover all around me. There were lawmen and women with guns drawn, running around, trying to find the source of the disturbance. It was like a scene from a movie. An extended scene on loop.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was very scary.
I can't imagine what you went through, George. I really can't. I mean, I come from a place where I'm used to hearing those type of sounds as well.
You're used to hearing the waves crash on the seashore.
No. That's not me. No.
Eh?
Where I'm from was very much inner city, and I don't know if I'll be
Where
able
you're
to
from
hold-
up to what age, Donald? Come on.
Up to the age of 22.
Harbour View?
No, I never. What? No.
I'm troubling.
But yes, Harbour View was a welcome relief. But no, George, that must have been scary because you're there to do your jobs, and then that happens.
Yeah. I was the recap you just played of the Waterhouse of the Harbour View Mobay highlights. That was when everybody was flat, and one intrepid commentator was like this. Yeah, Mobay United. I can laugh now.
Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide.
I can laugh now.
Wow.
I was on my own like Patti LaBelle and Michael and Michael McDonald. On my own once again.
And everybody left you. Like the videographers just went about their business and vacated the premises.
The videographers smalled up themselves, as they say in Jamaican transportation circles, Donald. And again, we can laugh about it now. Scary. We shouldn't be playing sport in that kind of environment.
Still to come on the SportsMax Zone. We make a link with Mara Ramarak at the National Stadium in Kingston, where Jamaica will be facing Suriname in a crucial Nations League Group A encounter. But next, we discuss Jamaica's male sprinting. Is the factory about to unleash more world stars? Leighton Levy will discuss after the break.
Want more content? Follow us on YouTube, subscribe to SportsMax on cable, and download the SportsMax app today.